All right, boys, we are back starting another new scheme. So now we're going to be kind of working on two schemes at once. So I have a Madden defense I'm working on, and now we are starting a college football offense. So we're going to be doing the veer and shoot offense. The intro video is up on YouTube right now. You guys should definitely go check it out after this video, or watch it first and come back and check this out. But in that, I go over the personnel. I kind of explain what the veer and shoot offense is, kind of the principles of the offense. I go over the three teams we are going to be like recreating their offense for you to use in college football. So veer and shoot. Now this is going to be just for college football. There isn't the formations that we need to run the veer and shoot in Madden. It's just really not possible with these wide splits. So you basically, the main veer and shoot formations you will see if you're in a veer and shoot playbook are any that say wide. So wide slot left, wide slot right, just gun wide stack, wide bunch, wide trips, wide five wide receiver. Those are all veer and shoot offensive formations. Now, there's some things that make the veer and shoot really specific and make it what it is. And one of the main principles of it is the wide splits. We'll go on the field and I'll show you those in a minute. That is one of the main principles. Also, a ton of RPOs. Counting the box. So if someone's, overloading to stop the run, then we want to pass. If they're playing really hard to play the pass, then we want to run the ball. Those are kind of some of the main principles. We're going to be breaking down three offenses. So we're going to be breaking down the Baylor RG3 offense when he won the Heisman Trophy. That was kind of the first veer and shoot offense that really got popularized under Art Briles. Then we are going to move to Tennessee and Josh Heupel. So, he came to Tennessee, has brought the veer and shoot, and this year their offense isn't great. They are like a top 10 team in the country. They had a really good start to the year on offense. It kind of slowed down. They have a really good defense this year, but in past seasons, they've been incredible on offense, running the veer and shoot. And then the other one is going to be Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. Now, Lane's a little bit more unique because he doesn't run a pure veer and shoot. He came up running a much more kind of classic spread offense and has started to adopt veer and shoot principles. So I thought he'll be a cool one to do because it's not going to be a pure veer and shoot. It's going to have some other stuff mixed in. Now, getting into the playbook, there's some pure veer and shoot playbooks. Like if you go to Tennessee's playbook, almost every formation in it is based out of the veer and shoot. I wanted to give us a playbook where we could look at doing some other stuff as well while still basing it all out of, most of it out of veer and shoot. So if you look at, this is Mississippi State's playbook. This is the one we're going to be using. There's formations like split Y off set, normal Y off, tight Y off, stack HB weak, and we have empty tray stack. Now, all of these are not veer and shoot formations. So they are going to give us some other options we can run. That is the idea with this offense, guys. We're going to be doing this intro video. I have a next video on YouTube will be the first veer and shoot offense. Then I'm going to jump back over to Madden and start doing some more Madden defensive stuff. So going to be kind of jumping back and forth in between the two games right now. Okay, so kind of want to get into this video. So with every scheme, I like to give you guys an intro, mini scheme that you guys can use while you're waiting for the rest of the offense to come out. And it's just going to be a really good place to start. So I kind of wanted to have a bit of veer and shoot stuff, but I wanted to give you guys some stuff that isn't veer and shoot, make it easier. And then you can slowly start learning the veer and shoot stuff as it comes. So we're going to be looking at three formations in this mini scheme. It is going to be split Y offset. We have a really good one of those running back swing kind of mini schemes that we can run out of this, along with PA slide. We have some triple options, really nice stuff in here. Then we have wide trips weak. This is going to be our veer and shoot, bit of stuff we're touching on. We're really going to be touching on one true veer and shoot play out of this playbook, or out of this formation. It's going to be PA slot choice. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys one play to kind of get used to it, but I wanted to give you guys some other options because most of the stuff we're going to be running for the first two offenses is going to be all veer and shoot stuff. So I wanted to give you guys some other stuff to work in. Then we're going to be looking at tight Y off. Mainly have the RPO glance slant. We have switch wide receiver drag, and we have tight end corner. So that is the three formations we're looking at. I want to hop on the field and just go a little bit over in wide trips, go over this PA slot choice. We're going to come out first against just a cover 3 look. Now, first, so this is a wide a wide formation. So this is going to be a veer and shoot play formation. Now, if you look at our receivers on the right side of the ball, you'll see how wide their splits are. It's all about getting super wide in these formations, opening up passing lanes, opening up running lanes, and this is really what makes the veer and shoot so unique. So you'll see like that one receiver is almost like cut out of the formation. We almost can't even see him. Even the slot receiver is going to be wider. Now, the other really thing that the veer and shoot is known for is its option route. So you'll look at our slot receiver here. He is on an option route. So he can run a curl, he can run a fade up the field, or he can run a post. And that is all going to depend on the defensive coverage. So right here, we're going to have a cover 3 look and a single high look. And if it stays in cover 3, now he is going to run up the seam right there in front of the corner. So he's just going to run right there. And when you see it, you can just quick throw that up the seam. So that is what he's going to run. Single high safety, he's going to run that ball. Now, if they run something like a cover 2, now this route is actually going to switch to a post. So now we're going to have a deep crosser coming across the field and then a post coming in behind him that we can drop in there. So now these routes are going to change. So we're going to go back to this cover 2. I can fit this ball in here. So these routes are going to change now depending on the safety alignment, the coverage. So that's cover 3, we go up the seam. Cover 2, we switch into a post against a cover 4 match look. This is also going to switch into a post. So now he's going to break into the middle field against cover 4, and we can fire that in. So now we can attack multiple different, defensive coverages without having to audible, without having to change any of our play at the line of scrimmage. And that is going to be a huge component of this, veer and shoot offense as we go through the scheme. There is going to be a ton of plays using these option routes, using these wide splits. Now, like I said, I wanted this Scheme Kings version, this first offense, just to give you guys some really good kind of more spread offensive stuff that you can work in with the veer and shoot as we go through it. Because until we get to the Ole Miss offense, it'll just be veer and shoot stuff. But plays like this PA slot choice, now that slot choice route, we can go up the field, we can curl, and we can run a post, all based on defensive alignment. And we are going to be breaking down that play with real gameplay footage as well. So, and then actually one other part I think we'll touch on is, I'll just show you guys really quick, is if they don't jam you, or if they do jam you with this slot, this is when he's going to run the curl. So you're going to see he's actually going to curl up and sit in that zone. Obviously I knew he was covered there. I just threw it just to show you. And the reason he does this is because when he gets jammed, basically the way the computer thinks is if I get jammed going up the seam, that is going to take the seam away. So now instead of continuing up the seam after the jam, I'm going to sit up and stop. And if I throw that right away, that actually is open. So that is the 3 different routes you can run with PA slot choice. Now we are going to get into this breakdown. We're going to get into the offense. Okay, so we're going to start in that split Y offset formation here. So it's going to be kind of a split back look. This is going to be like a 3 to 4, like a 4-play mini scheme we can run out of this, but 3 of the plays are all going to be based around this running back motion out of the backfield. So this first one is motion RPO zone. Basically 2 options on this play. We have our swing pass to our running back. If that gets taken away, we can just hand it off up the middle. So, but the kind of, this whole mini scheme is based around this motion. So we're going to be at the line here. He's going to motion out of the backfield. If everyone stays inside here, we just want to fire it out to our running back, get on the edge, attack, get one of our playmakers on the perimeter. That's what a lot of this veer and shoot, even though this is a lot of normal spread offensive stuff, what the veer and shoot is based off of. Getting our playmakers in space, getting the ball into the open field. So same thing, motion this guy out. If the user stays inside, everyone stays inside, fire it out to our running back swing pass, get out on the edge, get 9 yards there. One more, same thing. People stay inside, late to react, get it out there. We have a blocker out in front. We turn the corner, pick up 12, 13 yards. Now, off of that, if we don't throw it because the user leaves, they overplay to that, then we can just hand this ball off up the middle. So, super simple. One read. If people leave the box, hand it off. If they stay in the box, throw the swing. Look at the user jump way out. That is just going to open this up, and look at the green grass here. Could walk into the end zone literally right there for the touchdown. So motion RPO zone, that is going to be the base play call. Now off of it, we have two different options. We have our motion triple option. So this is going to start with that same play. Now we can hand it off, but instead of it just being a swing pass, now we're running a triple option on the outside, but he's still going to start with that swing look like that. Then we have a triple option. So we can read the D end. If the D end stops here, then we can, hand the ball off. Here he crashes down, or if he even stops, now we can get out on the perimeter, pitch it out to our running back, kind of wait till the last second there, flip it out, and we are into the end zone. Same thing, start with the motion. This guy crashes, we pull, we bring everybody into the QB. Now we can flip it out. We make one guy miss here. We got a fast running back, and we are off to the races. So this will happen a ton. You suck the whole defense in. This is just going to allow you to get to the perimeter with your running back here. This guy crashes. Now if the defense overplays to the pitch, now you can keep it with your QB. We run back inside. We definitely want to target a fast mobile quarterback in this Veer and Shoot offense. It just makes it takes that kind of the whole scheme to the next level. Here, read this player. He crashes. We keep with our QB, get into the end zone. Then our last option, obviously, if we don't like the look of the pitch, if they're overplaying to that side, then we can hand it off to the running back. So even when that defense starts to overflow, now we can just hand this off, get downhill, and it is that easy. Okay, then the last kind of part of this 3-play scheme that is based around this motion is going to be the motion cross screen. So it's going to start with that same motion over. Like this, we're going to get the user. So obviously we want to run that motion RPO zone first. We want to start getting the user used to having to leave the box. Now we're going to run a cross screen the other way with 3 blockers out in front. Pick up a block there, get up field, and we turn that into 15 yards. User leaves, we drop it out the other way. Same thing, look at them. Everybody commits over to this side of the ball. We run the cross screen out the other way, 3 blockers out in front, and honestly, we just kind of get shoestring tackle. Look at how much green grass there was here. This guy gets me on the backside, but otherwise, this guy would have picked up that safety, and we would have gone right there. But there it is. So that is how it works. That's kind of that 3-play scheme. Now we do have a drop back pass that we like to use out of this formation too, and that is going to be PA slide. So to set this up, come out with your kind of tight end in the H-back roll to the wide side of the field. Then we like to take this player here, put him on a deep cross. I like to take the solo receiver, put him on a streak, and I like to take the running back on the side of the tight end and the guy on the deep cross and put him on a streak. So H-back, wide side, 3 adjustments, deep cross, streak. And this is going to be a play action play. We're running the ball a lot in this formation, always kind of, with the RPO and the triple option and all that. So this is going to be a really good option off it. Going to start with a play action fake. Boom, try to pull the user down, which we do. When that happens, that's going to go open up that deep cross in behind him. Look where the user is now, right? He sees the run. We want to run the ball a ton in this formation. He shoots down. Now this deep cross is just going to be right in behind him. Fire that in, drop it in for a huge pickup down the field. So same thing, deep cross coming from this way. Here the user doesn't bite down as much, but now we can just wait till that deep cross gets in behind him. User's just playing too shallow, kind of stops his feet, doesn't think we're going to throw that. We throw that deep cross in for a really big game. Now, we have that. We also have the running back coming up the seam. So now if I see the user jump over to that deep cross, now the running back's going to shoot up the seam right out from underneath him, basically. So now we're kind of really messing with the user. Throw that running back up the seam, throw it in for the touchdown. Same thing, going to have that deep cross and then this streak coming in behind him. So deep cross kind of pulls everyone over, then the streak just comes in behind him. So really nice play action play we can go to. Then our last option is going to be the tight end in the flat. So right here we look, crosser kind of taken away, everybody kind of playing deep over the top on this side of the ball. So 2nd and 10, drop it down to our tight end in the flat, and we pick up about 12 yards for the first down. So that is PA slide. Now we have one other version of PA slide here, and this is just going to be a 1-play touchdown version. So I'm just going to show you guys this once. So this is a cover 3 bomb you can run out of PA slide. Super simple setup. come out with same thing, your H back here to the wide side of the field, same as normal PA slide. Instead of putting our outside receiver here on a deep cross, we want to put him on a post route. So post route, then we still want to put this. Oh, and then here we actually want to put the H back on the streak instead of the running back. I actually don't know if it would matter. You probably could do either, but just do the H back on the streak and then leave. This guy's already on a comeback stalk, so leave him on a comeback. So H back on the wide side, put him on a streak. Receiver on the wide side, put on a post. That is it. Leave this player on his comeback, and that is the whole setup. Now against cover 3, still going to have that play action shot, which can hold down the user. Then this tight end streak is going to hold that deep blue defender in the middle of the field. Comeback's going to hold the backside corner down. And now our post route is just going to get up over the top. The user even sees it, but we just have too much speed. He's too late to react, and we have a cover 3 bomb up over their head for a score. That was split Y offset. Now we're moving to wide Y trips weak. So this is our wide formation. Now, first we have buck sweep. So this is a really explosive run play. In the Veer and shoot, they do like to use some power runs. They like to pull offensive linemen, pull guards, outnumber you up, bring more guys across the formation to outnumber you. Here, we're going to have buck sweep. So we're going to have both of our guards pulling across the formation. Here, you want to run with patience. Let these guards get out in front. So this guard, boom, picks that guy up. We have another guard out in front. Use him. Don't try to overdo this, right? Let that guard set up his block. We see right there, that is the hole. We explode out from behind him, and we are off to the races right here. Untouched for a 70-yard touchdown just because we run with patience and actually use our blockers. Here you can run it on the goal line, so we're going to have buck sweep, boom, right there. Use that guard, let him just bring you up the field, right in behind him, then cut back or this touchdown. And you'll see, look at the running lanes here, and this is what running out of the Veer and shoot is all about. Look at, they have 2 safeties deep, because we can pass the ball a ton out of these looks, obviously. Then they have everybody. Look at the corner here. He's way out along the sideline. Look at this. All 3 of these guys, look how wide they are. So now we have 6 blockers in the box with our tight end, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on this side of the ball with the backside contained. So now we are going to outnumber them on the play side so hard, because obviously this guy will never be involved unless he can track you all the way from the backside. Now we're going to be pulling our guards across the formation. So that's basically going to pull this guy out. So now we're going to have probably 5 blockers for 4 players on the front side. So it just makes it so easy to run the ball when they keep their safeties back and they match their personnel out wide, right? So now basically you don't have to worry about these backside players, and we have everybody on the front side of the play. Meet the safety in the hole, we juke back inside, and we pick up 9 yards. So there's buck sweep. Okay, now we are looking at PA slot choice. This was the play that we were looking at in practice mode before. And this is all based around this option route. Now we just run this stock. You do not have to make any adjustments on this play. And we're basically looking for the slot route most of the time. And then we'll go from slot to the deep cross. Those are basically the routes we're going to throw to most of the time. Can work in our other stuff as well. So what do we see? We see single high, and if he doesn't jam our player, we know he's running a seam route right away. Now we can just see, okay, this corner is way too low. This guy doesn't jam us, so we get a free release up the field, and we can just throw that seam ball right there. So as soon as we see single high, we want to look at this player. Now, cover 2 too high to pre-snap, but we get jammed. So what does that mean? That means he's going to sit up, and they actually move to single high here. So let's look at the safeties actually first. So starts in 2 high, which makes me think post, but post snap, they're going to rotate to a single high look. So this guy, the corner plays low. This guy's going to play deep outside, deep middle, deep outside. So now we're thinking seam route, except on this play, now we look and he gets jammed, right? So now if he doesn't get that free release, we know he's going to sit down. Boom, sits down right in that zone. We see the hook player on this side gets pulled inside by the deep cross. This player sits down in the zone, doesn't keep running up the field. We can drop it into him. Now what do we see? We see 2 high. 2 high safeties. What does that mean our slot's going to do? Probably going to run a post over the middle, which he does. Now we have a deep crosser here coming, and then our post coming in behind him. double layering this, and now we can just throw that player in between the two safeties. So this is how these option routes work, guys. We're going to be running a ton of option routes, like I keep saying, in this veer and shoot offense, and that is what makes this offense so powerful, is the fact that these routes can adjust. As long as you know how they adjust and when they adjust, it is going to give you a huge advantage when throwing the football. Okay, now if we don't want to go to this option route, we also have this super deep crosser from our tight end, which is one of the best routes you'll run in Madden or college football, is a tight end crosser that gets up along the sideline in behind flat defenders. Almost impossible to take away. Here they bring a blitz. I just have my crosser coming up underneath, throw it in, nice pickup. Here's one more time, crosser coming in, can go there. Now I actually should have included another crosser. I don't know why I didn't, but okay. So yeah, crosser is going to be open. I just don't even show that much. The other option here is we can work the wide side of the field. So if we don't like the crosser, we don't like the post, now we have kind of a flat, a curl flat combo on this side of the ball right here. So we have a curl route here, running back going to the flat. Now we can just high-low that flat defender. If he's staying down on the running back, we can throw that little curl route as it sits down in the zone. So right there, drop it in over his head, throw that curl, 3rd and 1, we pick up the first down. And then the other option is the running back in the flat. So if everyone's kind of dropping out, we see the curl route getting taken away, then we can just throw that running back in the flat. So there it is. That is how we run PA slot choice at a wide Y trips week. Okay, now we're getting into our last formation, which is going to be tight Y off. Starting off with the RPO glance slants. Now, ton of RPOs in this scheme as well. RPOs are a big part of the veer and shoot. I wanted to include tight Y off because it gives us some more variation in the scheme. You know, here we have a really good RPO, really good man beater, really good zone beater, all in this formation. So RPO, we can either run the bubble, we can run the slant, can hand it off. So here it's really up to you. You could read either of them first. Right here though, it does kind of look like they're overloading this side of the ball, right? Like look how many people are over top of that slant. Gonna make it kind of hard to read that out. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna read the bubble, and I wanna read this player here. Now, if this player jumps inside or stays just kind of stationary, this blocker is going to come and peel this guy off, and we want to throw the bubble. If this guy shoots down with this guy, then it's going to be 2-on-1, one blocker. We don't want to throw it. So we're going to read this inside player. What's he do? He backs up. Yeah, we're throwing that bubble. We're going to have one blocker right out in front, throw that bubble, get out on the edge, spin back inside. We pick up 9 yards. Same thing. Read this player. If he crashes in, throw that bubble right here, stays inside, comes in towards the run. We want to throw that bubble. We'll let one blocker out in front. We actually get a bad blocker. We might have to turn that into more, but then I spin back inside, turn it into like 15 yards. Now, pre-snap here, this looks a little different. Now we have less guys over this slant, right? We really only have this linebacker here and this safety over the top. So now if I see this safety back up and this linebacker shoot down, or even if this safety just stays stationary, now I want to throw this slant. So we're going to read this player here. He's going to kind of stay stationary and then jump back. Safeties are playing over the top. Perfect time to throw that slant in behind him. So there, I wasn't even worried about the bubble. I was reading that slant all the way. But you know what I'm saying there? I couldn't read the bubble, then come back, look to the slant, and then have time to decide if I want to hand the ball off or not. So you got to pick what you want pre-snap. Now, same thing. I'm probably looking slant here. Look at this user. What's he going to do? Here, he kind of comes down on the run, then stops. We see this guy's staying back on the pass. So now I'm going to hand this ball off, juke back inside. We turn that into a 7-yard gain. So that is how you read out the RPO glance slant. Okay. Now we have tight end corner. This is going to be a really good man-beating play. How I like to run it, we like to run it with our outside whip on the wide side of the field, and we have kind of an inside whip, and I like to run that to the short side. You can run this play stock. Usually there's a Texas route on the field. If you think they're playing man coverage and dropping everyone out into the into coverage, I would leave that Texas route on there. If you think they might be blitzing, you can block your running back. You can also switch this tight end to just the hot routed corner route. He's on this stock corner route that's a little deeper. It's more like that. So you can leave it on the deeper one, or you can switch it to the shorter one. So really come out with the outside breaking whip to the wide side, block your running back if you think they're blitz. But yeah, that is it. So we have matching corner routes on the outside, matching whips underneath, can have a Texas over the middle. Here, whip breaking out, corner route breaking out to each side. So really Great play to attack the sideline, keep the ball away from the user. Corner routes, each side breaking out. Here we go to the tight end. Fired him for a nice gain. Here you can see we have the Texas route on the field still. And now we have the other corner route. So we have the tight end one to the wide side. We have the receiver one to the short side. Throw that corner route, fired in, easy gain. Then we have our two whips. So we have an outside breaking whip. We have an inside breaking whip. I blocked my running back because they're blitzing. Boom, pick up the blitz. That's going to give us time for our whip to break out. Throw that as he breaks out, fire it upfield, juke back inside, make some guys miss. That actually would have been nasty right there. About 4th and 7, we turn that into a really nice gain. Then we have our inside breaking whip as well. So he's going to go up, break back inside over the middle, and you can fire that in as well. So 4 really good man beaters. And then we do have our Texas route. And I just didn't get any clips of me throwing it against man coverage, unfortunately, but it's just a really good option underneath. Can also be a good zone option. If you think they're running man, they switch to zone and everyone's covered deep, then you can check it down to your Texas route or your inside breaking whip route over the middle, either one. 2nd and 16, we turn that to like 3rd and 5. Then last play here is going to be switch wide receiver drag. Switch wide receiver drag. So set this up, come out with your running back to the short side of the field. Then you want to take your receiver on the short side, and I like to put him on a post route. Now he's stock on a Z post like this. I think the post works a lot better. So switch him to that. Then take your outside receiver on the wide side and put him on a streak. So that is it. Running back short side, wide receiver post, outside receiver on the wide side on a streak route. First place I like to look is the short side of the field to this tight end wheel route out of the backfield. So he's going to get upfield. Now, first thing I like to do is if I see the flat defender, if they're just kind of out of alignment, everyone's caught inside here, throw this wheel right away. You can just throw this right as he turns. You see that guy was coming down to the flat. As soon as you see it, throw it, quick throw it. Here we get into our tight end's hands, turn upfield, huge gain. The other thing we can do is we can wait. Now we can go, and as this guy turns upfield, if this is zone coverage and this zone player just stops in the flat here and lets this guy turn up the field, this post is going to help run the deep blue defender off, and we can drop this in. Now, if they're running man like they are here, and we have the speed advantage on this linebacker as he turns upfield, then we can just throw that tight end route up the field over the top of the linebacker's head. So that is kind of how you want to run that tight end wheel. Now, can run that. Now we're also going to have this post from our receiver on this side. So we can look out to the tight end. Then if we don't like the look of that, then we can come inside on the post. Now against a man coverage look like this, obviously this post can be really good if they have no safeties over the middle. Man coverage, throw that post inside, beat the guy, no safety help, fire it in. Now against zone, he's going to get upfield. Now he's going to break into the middle of the field. We look, the flat defender's getting way over the top over this tight end route. That's going to take it away. Our post is coming in and breaking inside. Then this streak is going to help pull this deep blue defender back, and we can throw that post as he breaks in front of that deep blue defender right there. Drop it in, 4th and 12. Pick up a really nice gain. So that's kind of where we can throw the post. Then we can also work the sidelines here with the corner route. So we can look, post is actually wide open. Could have went there. Could have went to the wheel up the sideline. Everything is open here. Look at this. Could have dropped it into the wheel. Could have thrown this post over the middle. Then we can also throw this receiver as he breaks out towards the sideline. This streak is going to pull back this defender just enough to allow you to throw this corner route up along the sideline. So all 3 of our vertical routes are open on the play right there. And then our last kind of option on this play is if we're looking to the short side of the field and I see the flat turn and run with this player, we see the corner or the post taken away. We see this taken away. Now we have the running back swing that we can just throw to. So 3rd and 4 can throw that running back swing, fire it into him, and we can pick up the first down right there we go. That is our first veer and shoot mini scheme. Little bit lighter on the veer and shoot stuff, like I've said, because I'm going to be giving you guys so much veer and shoot stuff. I wanted to give you guys more options in the playbook that just wasn't that, but that is the general idea. Make sure you guys go check out the intro video to get kind of a deeper dive into what we're going to be learning over the course of this offense. This is one of the more fun offenses you are going to use all year. Super dynamic, very unique, different than anything you've ran before. So really excited for you guys to see it all. It is going to be super fun. And that is it. King Reggie out.